Hey guys, it's James here at Board Game Spotlight. Tonight and this week we're talking about starving artists. And so, in starving artists, you are trying to score the most points, the most quickly by completing paintings and feeding yourself. And you can do that in a couple different ways depending on player count. You can win by completing a certain amount of paintings, or by hitting the certain number of points value on the track. You can also lose by not feeding yourself because you are a starving artist. And so on a turn, it's really simple, very straightforward game, but still very thinky and a fun, relaxing type game, I would say. So on your turn, you start with 6 paint cubes. You have 2 actions that you can choose. You have a daytime action and a nighttime action. And so, like, for instance, I could buy a new canvas from the market here. 1, 2, or 3. Your cubes are your currency. So then I could also paint up to 4 into one of my paintings that I have on my canvas. Or I could draw 3 cubes from the bag that's full of fun cubes. A free action is I can trade. I have the trade function here. So you can trade 2 for 1, 5 for 2, or 9 for 3. And then at the end of the day, we're going to trade in any completed paintings we have. So let's imagine this was my turn. I put this on my canvas. I pay 1. And I'm probably going to pick a color that this doesn't, I don't have. And everything you use goes into this market. As soon as this is up, it slides down and you replace. And then be the next player's turn. And let's just say they take 3 cubes from the bag. They want 3 cubes. Boom. 1, 2, 3. So now it's the nighttime action. So I'm going to take 1, and I don't have enough to paint worth 4. Like, you want to try to be really efficient, obviously. So I'm going to draw 3 as well. 1, 2, 3. And then this player's turn. Let's say they buy this thing right here. They probably wouldn't want to use that. They'd probably want to use the black since it's not on there. Okay, this slides down. That would be the end of that day. So if any of us had completed paintings at this point, we would get to use them or sell them. And so neither one of us do. So it goes to the next round. The first player token is the carrot. It goes to the next player over here. Everybody at the end of the round eats food for 1 day's worth of food. And then you go on to round 2. So this player would have their first action. So let's go through a sell phase. And let's imagine that the market looked like this. Had some cubes out there. And let's pretend that we both completed these at the same time. So the cubes that you use off the cards go back into the bag. And then from there, you see how many points you score. So I would get 2 points for this. The other player would get 1 for there. So I would go up. I'm the pineapple. 2. Player 2 would go 1. And then you see how much you feed yourself. So we both are feeding ourselves. Hold on, that glare stinks, doesn't it? Sorry. 2. So if you go above, let's say I was at 4. I go 1. Any amount over, you get to draw 4 cubes per out of the bag. So again, you're trying to supply yourself with cubes. That's your currency. So the other player would do that as well. Now, based off of your paint value, you get to draw cubes from the center. And so the second player had 9. I only had 7. So they would get to draw 4 cubes of their choice first. So let's say they really were jonesing for some blue and a black. Then I would get to choose 2. And we're going to choose cubes up to our paint value until they're gone. So their value was 9, so they would pull 4 again, and then I would get what's left. And this is the same way. It goes in 4, 2, and 1, depending on how many players. So if you got 4 players, it'd be 4, 2, 1, 1 until the thing's gone. At the beginning of the day, at the beginning of each day, 4 new cubes are drawn from the bag randomly and are put in the general supply. And there's also a little function where you're going to do the trade, that free trade. That's going to be really important to get exactly what you need onto your card. That is the entire game. You're just going to go around maximizing and being as efficient as possible and snatching up any of the paintings that come out that fit to what you have on your palette. It plays in about 25 to 30 minutes, I would say, for 2 players. You could get a little bit of AP going here, but not too bad. It's a really enjoyable game. It's very colorful, obviously, with all the cool paintings and stuff from back in the day. Mike did a really good job of digging up all kinds of artists. I like reading the art and the artists and when it came from and the time period and that sort of thing. It's just a really laid back, enjoyable game. So I give it 2 thumbs up, and you guys should give it a look. I think it's available on Amazon right now if you didn't back it on Kickstarter. So this was Starving Artists, and we'll see you guys next time.